5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Two white Muslims.
Go.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi
Wa barakatuh.
My name's Junaid Rahim,
And my name's Mohammed Yusuf Bashforth.
and affectionately we're known as...
The two white Muslims. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
Do you know what we're going to do?
We're going to do an
We're
introduction
going to do
to
an
one of our
introduction
lists.
to one of our lists.
And
Do you know
before you say
why?
anything more,
Yes,
you just said something.
I did.
You've done it again.
I've done it already.
Stop it.
It's because I've had a cup of
Stop.
coffee. I've had a cup of
Stop
coffee.
talking.
And I'm feeling...
Stop it.
I'm on top of the world.
You
I'm
be.
king of the world.
Why don't you just be on top of the world in silence
Okay.
while I just do this bit?
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So, what we're going to do right now,
Yep.
without getting waylaid,
Yes.
distracted,
Without, I think they
without
call it, further ado.
further ado,
Without further ado,
let's talk about
what we're going to do.
what we're going to talk about.
Let's talk about what we're going to talk about. Without further ado, let's consider what we're going to do.
Yes.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Pretty much.
Because that's what I'm hearing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm hearing.
You've got me.
Yes. You got me. Have I got you? Have I got you? Yeah. Have I got you? Yeah. Have I got you? Yeah.
I'm got.
We are going to talk about a passenger that had a very, very unusual plane ride, shall we say.
Okay.
Well, the plane ride wasn't necessarily unusual. Where he ended up was... just you wait.
Okay.
Just you wait. We are just going to... well, and I'm guessing this one. I'm assuming we're going to have a little chat about charity. Just because of what's been happening of late. I think we might...
The fact that I can hardly walk today.
Yes, that.
Yes.
That.
And I'm moaning and groaning about
Yes.
being in pain.
Yes.
Like a typical old man
The
with a
fact that
beard.
even when you put the slider up, which is greased, you go...
Yeah, because it means straightening my elbow.
It means moving, yes. You've had a bit of a tough time.
I have.
You've had a little bit of a
have.
tough time.
Yep.
We are going to... You think you've had a bad day? You have, though, to be fair. You have, let's be honest.
Well, you know, I've
You
had
have.
worse, but
You have had a bad day.
I suspect that I haven't had as bad a day
As somebody on this
as
list.
somebody on this list.
Absolutely. Oh,
I
my
like these
goodness,
bad
yes.
days.
Oh,
make me
my
feel
goodness,
better.
yes. Yes, yeah. I want to consider Islamic finance.
Okay.
I want to have a quick conversation about Islamic
Yep.
finance.
Okay.
And that's just to keep us going.
I like
because
that.
I also think that we're going to deviate from that in some way, shape or form, because
Probably.
we tend to.
Yeah.
But if we can do those, I think we'll be doing okay.
Inshallah.
We've also got a few that we're carrying across from previous lists. And
Yes.
people think, oh, do you know, do we repeat some of this? No, it's
No.
just that we say we're going to do it and then we don't do it.
Yeah.
We do say we're going to do it and then we don't do it. And then we find ourselves, I'm looking back, oh yeah, Birmingham. Yeah, we need to be doing that one. Crocodiles, we need to be doing that. And actually, if I keep going, we're not going to... That's us. Do you know what I'm going to say? That is very much us.
That is the list.
That's the list. That's what we're going to do today. Plus all the other rubbish that we spouse.
If we ever get to any of those.
If we ever get to any of those things on the list.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm determined to today.
Right.
Do you know why?
Go on.
Because I feel like we're turning a new leaf.
Yes. Actually,
Turning a new leaf.
Yes.
Now, where did that phrase come from? Turning a new leaf. And I'm asking that as a serious question because I don't know.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's gold leaf. It'll be something to... No, I don't know. And do you know what? I'm going to find out.
Turning a new leaf?
Turning a new leaf. I'm going to find out.
Who said that? Under what circumstances?
And why.
Why?
Yes.
Yeah. I think we should make that a mission to find out.
I think we should make that a mission.
And I think we
I'm
should
normally
then-
good at things like this.
We should then put
After
that...
all, I'm as sure as eggs is eggs.
X is X.
I'm as sure as eggs is eggs.
Yeah.
And do you know how long I've known that?
Donkey's ears. As long as donkey's ears.
Ears. As long as donkey's ears. Yep.
Donkey's years.
Yes.
And as sure as eggs is eggs.
And as sure as eggs is eggs. Posh. We know the origins of posh.
Bought out, starboard home.
Bought out, starboard home. We also know
Yeah.
by hook or by...
Or by crook.
We do.
Yep.
And we can thank... What's his name? Who did for Charles II? What's his name?
Oliver.
Oliver Cromwell. Old Ollie Cromwell.
Ollie Cromwell.
Ollie Cromwell.
Yep.
We also
I
know...
like it when you're struggling for a name.
Yeah,
So it reminds me of myself.
Most of the time. It is most of the
I can't
time.
do names.
Oh.
Look in the mirror sometimes and think, who are you? I don't remember my own name sometimes.
When you're in a room full of people, especially family members, do you name them all before you get to the one that you need?
Oh, yeah.
Name, especially with kids.
I
got through them all till I get to the ones I need. Oh, it's
Yep.
extraordinary. It is. It's
Crazy.
It is both extra and ordinary.
Yes. Anyway, shall we nip off and do some of this?
I think we should.
Inshallah.
Just that. Just that. Just that.
It's ridiculous. This is radio.
I know. People are listening to this.
Stop it.
Go on, start us off.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
Oh, sorry? Wa
Barakatuh.
Oh dear. Do you know, we're going to do one off the list.
Inshallah.
Do you know why we're going to do one off the list?
I've no idea.
Because it's brilliant.
Okay.
It's brilliant.
Oh, hang on a minute. All our lists.
All our lists are brilliant. All our lists are
That's
brilliant.
why we pick them.
That's why we pick them.
When I say we.
Yes, to be fair, yes. Been trudging through the news to find items such as this one. I think, now I can't currently clap because my hand is still in plaster, but if I could, I would be giving a round of applause.
Shall I do it for
I think you should. There we go. This goes out to, let's have a look, Charles Lamb. This goes out to Charles Lamb.
What a great name.
What a great name. Charles Lamb, who is running for mayor of the US city in Oklahoma. Yeah, in Oklahoma. So it's in Edmont, Oklahoma.
Charles Lamb.
Yes, it's a 3-horse primary race because they don't just vote people, they have to have the primary and this and that. It's nonsense.
I know.
But he came second in this 3-horse race,
okay,
which means that he goes through to the shortlist and will be on the next ballot
Inshallah.
for the, I don't know what they call it, but for the actual election.
Yep.
He'll be on the next ballot for the actual election, which is brilliant. And I tell you, something to be proud of. Do you know why?
Go on.
He died in December. He's dead! This is just a nonsense! But he has to go on the ballot. People can vote for him. Him gone!
It could only be in America.
He is no
It could
more.
only be in America.
He is a deceased candidate.
He has gone. He has shuffled off
this mortal coil.
He is an ex-person.
An ex-candidate. But he's not an ex-candidate, he's an ex-person.
An ex-person.
But he's still a candidate. Dead US mayor.
How do they even think this up?
Dead US mayor makes it through to final round in the election. Charles Lamb comes second in a primary in Edmond, Oklahoma. And will be on the final ballot. That's what they're going. It will be on the final ballot. All in spite of the fact that he's dead. One of the candidates to be the mayor of this US city.
Wait a minute, let's just be clear on this. They have actually buried him, haven't they? No,
they just put one hand up, lent him in a corner. Oh, a 3-horse primary, and one of them's dead.
Unbelievable.
He's been mayor since 2011, put his name forward for re-election, and then sadly passed away.
You know, we shouldn't laugh at the fact that
I'm not laughing at the fact that he's dead.
Forgive us for that.
It just says, when he passed away, it was too late to remove his name from the ballot or to add anyone else.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
I'm not having that. When somebody dies,
you just put a notice up, and when you give the ballot paper out, you say, see that one? No longer with us. Don't vote for him. Don't vote there. Don't vote there. If you vote there, it's like a, what do they call it? A spoiled ballot.
Yeah.
That'll be a spoiled ballot. That. Why is that then, love? He's dead.
He's dead. Well, why is he on here?
In what way might he not be appropriate as the mayor of Edmond, Oklahoma? Well, he's dead.
Actually,
give me it's dead.
No. Actually, they might have a point here. We have a president that is brain dead.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
brain
goodness.
dead, or so it seems.
So they're changing US politics. They're bringing it down from the inside. That's what they're doing.
Yes.
That's what they're doing. Brain dead and dead.
It's perfectly acceptable.
Yes.
Yeah. What they don't want is anybody that thinks and can do anything right.
Yes. Dumb and Tweedledum and Tweedledummer.
Dumber.
Oh.
Oh, US politics, my goodness me. How do they survive as a nation?
incredible.
How do they do
A
it?
Facebook campaign supporting Mr. Lamb
Still.
continues to be led. But he was such a lovely chap.
He was so nice. I
He
still
was
want
so
him.
nice.
still want
Honestly, I feel, you know, in his memory. What?
We should posthumously award him.
They do it with medals. They do it with medals. Does he? Oh. Oh.
We can still have his memory in the chamber when we're making decisions.
Oh.
These people that's just ridiculous. Isn't that ridiculous?
Yes.
Madness.
Yes.
Never heard anything like it. But like I said, it could only be America.
Only in America. Echoing Mr. O'Neill, Mr. Massey said it was an awkward situation.
Awkward. I think it was inconvenient of him to die at that point. Dashed inconvenient.
Adding that, had Mr. Lamb not sought re-election, he would have run for mayor himself. If only I'd known he was going to die, is what he's basically saying.
Yes.
What he's basically saying. Oh.
If only he'd known he was going to die.
Oh.
Subhanallah.
Oh.
Subhanallah. Subhanallah. It's a good job we don't, really.
Oh, dear.
Wow.
Oh, brilliant. So there we go. There we go.
That's
I think he should be proud of
list
himself.
item. You know, I think anybody that can make it into high
US
level
politics, yeah.
and it is high level being a
Yeah.
mayor of a
Whilst
town.
insisting on remaining dead.
Yeah, I know.
Is
dying
something...
at the worst and most inconvenient time, and making the decision to stay dead.
Yes.
That's just
Insisting on remaining dead when people are voting for him.
Yeah.
Where it's just the height of
It's ignorance.
It's ignorance.
It's ignorance.
You know, we
It's
talk
a
about
sign of
respect.
rudeness.
We talk about respect. We talk
supposed
about
to
how
respect.
important respect is.
Yeah.
And do you know what he is?
Dead to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dead to
Sorry, I had to. Sorry, dead to me. That's what he is. He's dead to me. Oh dear.
Oh dear me.
Oh dear.
We're gonna get told off again.
We're gonna get told off.
We keep getting told off, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Why do we get turned off?
Because we laugh too much.
Because we laugh too much.
Could you please stop laughing out loud?
Please don't laugh. And if you are going to do it, don't do it out loud.
Don't do it out loud.
It's disrespectful.
It is, and it means that I can't concentrate on what you're trying to say. What we're trying to say is nonsense. We don't want to concentrate on this. That's why we do it so early in the morning.
It's un-Islamic to laugh. Okay. Okay.
The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had a great sense of humour.
He had a fantastic
He
sense of humour.
encouraged people to laugh.
He smile all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, smile all the time.
Smiling is a sunnah.
It is. It's a form of charity.
It is.
Yeah. And if we say funny things, I can't help but laugh.
Exactly.
Can't help it. And if people don't like it, well, come on, just join in the fun.
Yes. Yes.
Just join in with us. You might actually get to like it.
Yeah. As we always say, if anybody asks you, what are the two white Muslims like? If you like us, tell the truth. If you don't like us, lie.
Just lie.
There are certain circumstances under which lying is permissible.
Absolutely.
And if one of them is where, you don't really want to hurt somebody's feelings, there we go.
That's right.
There we go. It's another sunnah.
Look, if the lie that you tell can prevent oppression,
Yes.
you tell it and that's fine.
There you go.
If the lie that you tell is to your missus,
Yes.
to say that, yes, you look beautiful in that dress, my dear,
Yes.
then you tell it. Because both of those could cause war.
Absolutely.
If you don't.
When your wife says, does this dress make me look big? And you say, no, it's 30 years of overeating.
That makes you look big.
It's not a good response.
No, it's not.
It's not a good response.
No. Does this dress make me look big? No, love. It's your lifestyle and your overindulgence that makes you look big.
Am I in shape? Yes, you are.
Yes, you
Unfortunately, your shape is a sack of spuds.
It's the shape of a walrus. Minus the tusks. That's fine.
But with the moustache.
I hope she doesn't listen to this
She doesn't listen to this one.
She
Rich.
doesn't listen to this one.
Unfortunately, everybody else does and tells her.
I know,
That's the thing.
People actually stop
People
her.
get in touch
People
with her.
stop her in
They
the
stop her in
supermarket.
the street and say, "You will never." Oh, you're the one.
You're the one who's...
You're the one. You don't look anything like he describes. You look quite nice.
I can't believe you can grow a better beard than this.
You only win. How can you physically beat him up? How can you do it? Half Nelson, he described it as.
Oh, no.
So yes.
Anyway,
Very good. Very good.
enough of this frivolity.
Enough of this frivolity.
I'm glad we've approached and ticked off
Yes.
one from the list.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Makes me feel good. Makes me feel like I've actually worked now.
Yes, exactly.
I've done
We've
something.
achieved something. But you know what men are like?
I've done something against my target.
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
I'm on a roll.
Do you know what we can put on this piece of paper? A tick.
Done. we can highlight it as done.
Done.
Yeah. Cross it
Done.
off. We can delete that from that list.
Delete.
Alhamdulillah.
Like every word that falls out of our mouths.
What?
We never remember this.
I know.
If somebody said, "What did you talk about?" I have no idea.
No, I don't
Do you
know.
remember when you talked? No.
No.
Do you remember when? No.
No.
Do you remember that time?
No.
No.
Do you remember anything? No.
No. When we put this together for the podcast and we listened to the podcast, like, no. Who's this?
Who's that?
Who is
I don't
that?
remember saying that.
Who's that?
Actually, do you know what? That can't have been me because it's quite intelligent.
Yeah. Who are you? Who are you and what's he done with Yusuf?
Was I reading a script that day?
Must have been. Oh, it's all scripted, this.
Oh, yeah.
All people think this is scripted. People think we actually put effort into this.
How can you think that? Just listen to it. It's absolute buffoonery.
What did you do today, Daddy? Well, we talked about a dead mare.
Yeah.
And then laughed. Daddy, that doesn't sound very respectful. Well, you've got to listen to it in context.
How can it be funny if somebody's dead?
Oh, dear.
Do you know what he is to me?
Do you know what he is? Do you know what he is?
me.
He's dead to me. Oh, dear. That is terrible. Enough.
Next list item, inshallah.
Inshallah. After this.
After this, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh. You know, I haven't even got the energy to laugh.
No, fair comment.
I'll tell you what.
You've been busy of late, haven't you?
I'll just do a bit of talking. You can do all the laughing.
Yep, I'll do all the laughing.
inshallah.
Trust me, I'll do all the laughing.
I've been busy.
You have been busy.
Yep, I moved. We had a 3.5 ton truck,
Yes.
and it took 3 truckloads
Wow.
to move all the stuff out of our shop in Birmingham.
Yes.
Our Junaid and I run a charity.
We do.
And one of our charity shops was relocating, and it took us a very, very lot of effort
Yes.
to do that yesterday.
Wow.
And I feel like I've been beaten up, to be honest.
Yes.
And alhamdulillah, it's all done though.
Wow.
All done.
Crikey.
And we're setting up now to start it all again. Inshallah.
Yes.
And alhamdulillah.
It would have been so much easier if it had been moving straight into the next shop.
Yes,
But
it would.
life doesn't work like that, does it?
No. So what
No.
we've had to do is move everything into storage.
Yep.
While
We say we. You.
Yeah, which half of we?
Yeah. Yeah. I keep saying we, but it's fundamentally Yusuf. Yusuf's done all this. Because normally we just run bookshops and we give books away completely free of charge. So people walk in and they say, "Oh, this is a bookshop," and we say yes. And they say, "How much is that book?" And we go, "Don't cost anything." They say, "Well, it's not a shop then."
Free. Yeah, it's not a shop though. What's the catch?
Yeah,
What's the catch?
What's the catch? There is none. There is
There
none.
isn't a catch.
We want to get reading back into communities. We want to get people reading again.
Well, the biggest excuses for not reading is, well, I can't afford books.
Yeah, or I ain't got any books.
I haven't got any
How
books.
can I read if I've not got any books?
The famous story of the National Bring a Book to School Day,
Oh, yeah.
when children were bringing in the Thomson Local Directory.
Yeah.
And the Argos catalogue.
Yeah.
Because that's the only books that they had in their house.
Only book they had in the house
How
was
sad
an
is that?
Argos catalogue.
How sad
That's
is that?
absolutely terrible. And
Awful.
them still wanted to take it to school.
Yeah, they still wanted
Because
to take it in.
children have an innate...
It was a book.
Yeah. Did you read with your kids?
Did I?
Exactly.
Yeah. Both my daughters could recite cover to cover The Hungry Caterpillar at the age of 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and you could even break it down. So, what did he eat on Thursday? They'd tell
really?
you. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh,
they knew that
man.
thing backwards. Yeah, along with all sorts of. I mean, you know, the snowman, bear hunt. Just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of classic titles, and they knew them off by heart.
Well, we have the... I'm trying to think what her name is, but the lady that did the Gruffalo and Stickman and Zog, and they're just
brilliant stories.
They are brilliant. They're so clever and put into rhyme.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. But also the Roald Dahl books.
Roald Dahl's genius.
And I remember, I'm reading them I have read them to child number 1, child number 2, and I'm now reading them to child number 3. And I can remember from when I was young, James and the Giant Peach, remember reading that, and you think, I actually remember reading these words, or I remember my grandma reading these words, or my mum reading these words. I actually
remember what was going on in my imagination.
Yes.
As you try to bring the characters
you still
to
picture
life,
it. Yeah.
you can still picture those characters as you did as a child.
So true, actually.
Yeah. And do you know what spoils it to some extent?
Go on.
When they make a film.
When they make a film, yes.
It just ruins it, because that's nothing like I imagine.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
And I don't like it. My imagination for me was better.
Yes.
Because it was mine.
Yes.
Yeah, and these characters were mine and my invention. Yeah. So when you see it on film, it's not quite the same, is it?
Very true. Very
quite
true.
The same.
And
but
then,
sorry, I was just going to bring us back to the point, because we always wander off on a tangent.
Yes, and I was going to do just that.
Did you read to your children? Of course.
Oh yes, yeah. And that's the point. So I'm just thinking, surely everybody does the same, and it would appear not. It would appear not.
1 in 4 adults in London. Can't read to their children because they have no reading skills.
Yeah, and it could be that English is not their first language, or they're functionally illiterate.
They just don't. 1 in 5 children coming out of school at 16 are still functionally illiterate.
Yes.
And that's in this country. The UK has just fallen again on the world literacy table. I think it's now around 17th.
Yep.
17th? In the world for world literacy.
And you go, how many? Okay, well, let's say there's 220 countries.
Yeah.
That still means that we're barely in the top 10%. Yeah. Barely. We're just scraping into the top 10%.
Yeah.
As a first world country.
Which is terrible. Terrible. So, giving people access to free books is a good idea.
Yes.
And we have the argument, well, why can't people just go to the library then?
Yeah.
Well, 600 libraries have closed over the last decade, and 500 are scheduled to close over the next 6 years.
And there's a difference between going to, and don't get me wrong, my children love going to the library.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, child number 3 is like, aren't we ready to go back to the library? He was only mentioning it last night.
Yep.
But there's a difference between going to the library, where you do have to take the book back and you are under a little bit of pressure.
Yes.
And, you need to be fairly organised.
And if you don't, you get fined.
Yeah. And a stern lady tuts at you. You know what I mean? Compared to, no, just take it.
Why are they always so stern in libraries?
I know. I suppose
why do they always look the same?
Yeah, and they do. They're always very stern. They have that stare.
Have you seen Monsters, Inc.?
Oh, yeah.
You know the receptionist?
Yes.
That's
with the chains on her.
That's a librarian, because she wears those chains on her glasses.
Yes, absolutely.
That is how I used to see librarians.
Yes, absolutely.
And in fact, still do.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm sure they've changed in this modern age.
No doubt. They'll appear a little younger now.
Yes.
That's all it is. But yes, so we give away free books. People donate books in their tens of thousands, and then other people take them away and read them.
Yeah.
And it works fantastically well. And the shop in Erdington, we also run as a charity shop to try and raise some funds, because moving books up and around the country is really rather expensive.
Supplying free books to people on high streets up and down the country is rather expensive.
Completely free of
charge.
charge.
So to raise funds to do that, we decided to do a full-on charity shop.
Yes.
Selling Furniture,
Yep.
clothes, bric-a-brac, you name it.
Both brick and brack.
Yeah, both together, but or individually, if you prefer.
Does this fall under brick or is it brack?
I don't know. Is there a button on the till for that? I don't know. Do we need 2 buttons for this?
And a third of the shops, because it's a very big shop, a third of the shop still being a free bookshop.
Yeah.
So it's a free bookshop,
So
taking books completely free of
1/3
charge.
of a very large shop.
Very big shop.
There were 2 pallets of books in there. And when you get 40 boxes of books per pallet,
that's 80 boxes.
80 boxes.
Yeah.
And in each box, how many?
Oh, 20, 30 books.
More.
Maybe
30,
more.
30
yeah.
to 40
30
books.
to 40 books.
Yeah. So it was fairly well stocked.
And for anybody that's ever tried to lift 30 to 40 books, you don't realise just how heavy. We've been here before, but you just don't realise how heavy books are.
No.
It is incredible.
Yes. Hence my 3 hernia surgeries.
Yes, absolutely.
And I need another one.
Yes, absolutely.
So under the knife 4 times. Wow. For this vocation.
Come on.
Come on.
Oh,
Talk about taking one for the team.
Yes.
I've taken surgery for the team. What have you taken for the team?
I've taken biscuits and the odd coffee break.
And?
3 points and an 800 and something pound fine.
Yes. Why did you get those?
Because I was driving a lorry which was, well, they considered to
They
be
thought it was
slightly
overloaded. With books.
How can you overload something with books? Well,
we hired a Luton van.
yes,
thinking,
which we thought would be more
this will
than
be big enough.
Yeah, they'll all fit in there.
We stacked the books into it and
Floor
set
to
off.
ceiling.
Set off.
Yeah.
The fact that we had to stop at a petrol station and pump the tyres up to 120 psi.
You really had to think a long way in advance if you wanted to brake. You really had to think.
How about taking corners?
Oh, it was fun. Rock and roll round them corners. It was extraordinary. And we went from London to South Wales.
Yes.
But what can you do? So yes.
So we got those familiar blue flashing lights behind.
We did.
us. Yeah.
We did.
And
Excuse me, can you come to this way station?
the
Railway station.
They lit up a sign in the back of their
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
the car saying,
Follow
me. We thought,
And we went, do you know a shortcut?
That's a bit weird. How do
shortcut?
they know where we're going?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So it was follow me to the DVLA Weybridge.
Yep.
And it was uncovered that day that we had broken a record.
We apparently should have considered ourselves very proud.
Yeah.
We're
very fortunate that we have broken this record.
Yes.
And the record was for having the most overloaded van
of all time
in UK history.
Yeah, of all time.
And we did it.
Yes.
And that's when Janae took one for the team.
Yes.
Because he was driving.
I was driving at the time.
I'd been driving prior to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Chris had been driving prior to that.
Uncle Chris had been driving prior to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Janae took over for just the last few minutes.
Yeah.
And that's when we
just
got
over
pulled
the bridge.
Just over the bridge into Wales.
Just over the bridge into Wales. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Alhamdulillah. Oof. Anyway, so the things we do.
Yes.
To get Britain reading.
To get Britain
reading.
The
things we do to
So you've been very,
away.
very busy moving from one shop into storage.
A shop.
And guess what? When we find the next shop, which will be next week, you'll be moving them back again.
Moving it all back again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well, actually, I'm now committed. I'm not going to find and finalise the next shop until you've got your arm
Until I've got my
pot
off. Yes. Yes. Very true.
You can come and do some as well.
Oh my goodness. God, blimey. But no, you did very well. You did very well. You should be proud. You should be proud. Oh, it won't be forgotten.
Anyway, is that on our list?
It's not.
Have we got a list today?
We have got a list.
Okay.
We have got a list.
At some stage then, I guess that it would be sensible to do that list. But do you know what I think we should do first?
Some of that.
Bearing in mind...
Should we do some of that after we've done some of this?
I'm in a very, very difficult...
You're a bit fragile, aren't you?
No, I'm a lot fragile. I'm a lot fragile. I've got pains in places I didn't know I could hurt.
Yes.
And I feel like, like I said, I feel like I've been beaten up.
Yes.
I feel like I've been to the gym 3 times in the last couple of hours.
Yes, rather than daily, which is what you have been doing.
Oh my goodness me. Oh.
Yep.
So, do you know what? I think you're going to have to put the kettle on.
Yes, let's do that. Let's do that.
Shall we do that
So
now?
we'll do more of this after that. More of that after this. We'll do more of this after that. More of that after this.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh. Bismillah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Oh.
Isn't it great?
Yes.
Isn't it great?
What?
When you can just take a short break.
Yep.
Yeah, have a cup of tea.
Yes.
Just put your feet up.
Yeah.
Well, that's you.
That's
Put
me
your
all the
feet up.
time.
Just relax.
Yes.
That's me all the time.
Yeah. Laid back, you say?
Yeah, horizontal most of the time. Yeah, might as well be. But isn't it just great just to catch your thoughts? Yeah, just for a couple of minutes
Yes.
while Nasheeds are playing or while the adverts
or whatever's on, yes.
or whatever we're doing.
Yep.
And just catch your thoughts and think, well, actually, I have not got the first clue about what we've just talked about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
no idea.
Even when you sit back and you reflect,
You're
and you
trying
think,
to desperately think back.
what was it? Oh, what are we doing next?
Yes.
And I've never got any idea
never know
about what we're going to do next because you bring the list.
I bring a list.
Yeah. You bring the list. You
Yes.
introduce the items, and
Yep.
I'm hearing it all for the first time.
It's a good job you don't know what's coming next.
Is it?
Yes, it is on this one.
Okay.
Genuinely, you could not have introduced this one better.
Okay, cool. I had no idea.
Now, I actually bring this one for a reason.
Okay.
Because I need to have a rant
Okay.
on many different levels.
I like to have rants.
Oh, I love having a rant.
Can I have a rant about
I
this as well?
love having a rant. But this is on many, 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 many different levels.
Yep.
Many different levels. But first of all, I just want to discuss the fact that a Ryanair passenger flying from the UK, that would be the United of Kingdoms,
Yes.
back to Poland after his holidays, ended up 1,000 miles away in Malta.
Okay.
Do you know how?
No.
He accidentally got on the wrong plane.
How can that happen?
Well, that's my point.
How can that
That
happen?
is my point.
I've been on planes.
I've been on planes.
Hundreds
They
of
don't
planes.
just let you on.
No, they look at your ticket.
They look at your
They
boarding
look at your
ticket.
passport.
They do.
They look at you.
They look at you.
And your passport.
Yes.
To make sure that you're carrying the right passport.
Yes.
And that it is indeed you.
Yes.
And then they check the name of the on the passport against the name on the ticket.
Yes. And the seats are, generally speaking, allocated.
Allocated.
So when you get in there and you say, "You're in my seat, love," they go, "Oh, no, I'm not." And you have a little discussion.
Yeah.
No, none of that happened. He got on the wrong flight.
How?
Now, my first thought is, how could you possibly, when you have a ticket, possibly get on the wrong plane, train, anything,
Automobile.
anything like that. Maybe the wrong train. I mean, come on. Who could possibly find...
You see,
Possibly
you're goading me now, aren't you? You're goading
I
me
am
because you
goading
knew
you now.
what happened. You
I know
what happened that morning.
Do you know anybody that once got on the wrong train, maybe?
This is not good for radio. Listeners,
not
I
good for
apologise,
radio.
but I'm going silent.
Yeah, and he's punching me in the face.
If I could reach you over this neck, I probably would. Yes, I do happen to know somebody who got on the wrong
Now,
train.
I only make this point because I do remember when I first started using trains, I was terrified of getting on the wrong train.
Yeah.
Terrified. Just shows when you get a little bit older, a little bit more confident, or where you just don't care, how you're just not bothered anymore.
I was
I'm
on
not
the
bothered.
phone.
No, I'm not even talking
Myself
about. I'm not even talking
and
where we're
my
going.
colleague
Yes.
were going to London for a meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you were leaving from different stations.
Another colleague who had left from a different station
Yes.
was meeting us on that train.
That was it.
So he'd
yes.
come from Skipton into Leeds.
Yes.
Leeds to Wakefield.
That's it.
And he was phoning us
Yep.
to say,
I'm on the
my
train.
way into Wakefield.
It's coming in now.
I'm in carriage C.
Yes.
And we went, great, see you in a minute. Phone down and hopped on the train. That's what you do, isn't it?
Which was at the correct platform.
It was on the right platform.
Yes.
It was on at the right time.
Ish.
It was about a minute early, if I'm honest.
Oh, it's not very often trains are early. This is brilliant.
Or maybe two. Well, it depends who you believe. Do you believe the station clock or your own watch?
No, your own watch. Your own watch. All day long.
I know. And yeah.
So you got on the train.
So we got on the train.
And what did you head for?
Carriage C.
Carriage C. And you walked up and down Carriage C.
No Simon.
So you rang him.
And said, Simon, where are you?
And he said, I'm on Carriage
C.
C. And you said,
No, you're not.
No, you're not. And
I'm
he said,
in Carriage C now.
And he said, yes, I am.
And
It says carriage
as,
C.
as we were having that conversation, our train was departing. So it was trundling off out of the station and closely followed by his train coming into the station. And we had inadvertently, without thinking, got on the wrong train. And he said, when we realised what had happened, and he was still in Wakefield waiting for us to board.
Waiting for you to get on. He said, well, surely you're getting on now. And you went, no, we're already on.
No, we're already
and
on.
he said, but we're only just pulling into the station.
Yeah,
and you went, no, we're leaving the
As
station.
we were having that conversation, he said, what colour was your train? It was a red one. He went, yeah, a Virgin one, cross country. I went,
Cross country, not up and down country.
yeah. He said, you're on the wrong train,
You're on the
my
wrong
friend.
train.
You're heading to Portsmouth,
And where was the meeting?
London.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
So anyway, we got to Birmingham, and it stopped. Thank Allah, it stopped in Birmingham.
Yeah, not all the way to Portsmouth.
My goodness.
Can you imagine?
So we stopped in Birmingham, and I had the task of going to the desk and saying, excuse me,
We appear to have made a little bit of a
I
problem.
made a mistake this morning.
Yes.
Yes, what mistake was that, sir?
I got up.
I boarded the wrong train. And it wasn't just me, it was him as well.
Yeah. But good news is our colleague's on the right one.
Yeah.
We have some good news and some bad news.
Our colleague that's got all of the meeting notes for our meeting at 1
But, and you were going to prepare on the way down, weren't
Yes,
you?
we were.
I've got a 2-hour train journey. We'll prepare on the way
do it
down.
all on the way down.
Oh,
we've got a
no.
table, we've got a plug socket. Bring your laptop. We'll do it all on the way down. We'll prepare all the slides. We'll have plenty of time.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And we eventually got into London. Yeah, I mean, the good thing is that the lady in Birmingham was an angel. She was fantastic.
Brilliant, that helps.
She was fantastic.
Yes.
And she said, it's not the first time that's happened, and I don't think it'll be the
It'll
last.
not be the last.
We can't punish you because it was a genuine mistake.
Yes.
So there's your forward ticket. It's platform so-and-so. It sets off in 10 minutes.
Yep.
You'll be in London by so-and-so.
Brilliant.
We arrived in London and arrived at the bank where we were having this meeting 5 minutes before the meeting was due to start. Alhamdulillah. I walked up to Simon and said, Simon, I can't believe you got on the wrong train.
You were just behind us.
If you'd have been in our train, we could have got all this done.
Yeah. Come on, love. Oh, dear. So, yes, people do occasionally.
So, yes, occasionally you get on the wrong vehicle. But an airplane's a different thing.
Exactly.
It's a different thing.
Exactly. It's not like, because I'm thinking about the trains, it does say, arriving at platform C in 2 minutes is such and such, in 1 minute is such and such, and but this, it's like at gate 17, it is the flight to, it would appear, Malta, and he just got on the wrong. He got on the Malta plane and he should have been going to Poland.
Unbelievable.
But the thing that gets me about this is, you have to. Why weren't they checking?
Why? Yeah.
Why was he allowed to get on the wrong plane?
Yep.
That's what does my head in.
When you're getting on the plane itself,
Yes.
they look at your ticket.
Yes.
And look at your seat number.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is allocated.
Yep.
And they send you to your seats.
Yes.
Why wasn't there somebody else sitting in his seat?
Exactly. Now, whether it's Ryanair.
Were they going to Poland?
That the most unusual of coincidences. So
One
he was
in a
allowed,
billion.
so he was allowed to get on the wrong plane and travel 1,000 miles in the wrong direction.
Outrageous.
But then you think, well, hang on a minute. Why bother with all this security? I mean, I genuinely think, why bother with all this security anyway?
Yeah, same here.
And I know the answer to that is, well, it might. Yeah, it might.
Yeah.
Do you know how many flights there are a day,
Yeah.
let alone a year?
And how often have attempts been made?
And how often have attempts been made? And how many of them have been successful?
Yeah.
Why do I have to take my shoes off?
That's right.
Why do I have to take my shoes off? Why do I have to take my belt off?
Yeah.
Why do I have to take my watch off?
You see,
why
the
do I
thing
have to
is-
put everything into and slide it through?
I've got a problem with trousers. Do you know what my problem is?
Go on.
I'm a 33 waist.
Right.
Right, so if I buy 32s,
Too tight.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll lose my circulation in my feet.
Yes.
And if I buy 34s,
Ooh, too big.
I need a belt.
Yes.
So when I'm going through airport check-in
Yep.
and going through customs, I have to take my belt off.
Yeah, you look like you're in prison.
So I need one hand to hold my trousers
Hold your own
up.
trousers up. Look like you're in prison.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Hold my trousers up.
You'd be fist bumping people through glass screens, which is where that came from.
Yeah,
people in prison.
Yeah.
It's lunacy.
Yeah.
I remember we flew, I think we were going to Spain or something. We had 2 children at the time. We had child number 1 and 2 at the time. And child number 1 was only about 6, but young boy, only about 6. And he'd packed his guns in his hand luggage. Yeah. And they kicked off like a proper thing. And they took them off him.
What?
And I said, I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from. But even we can all reckon this is a toy. Oh, well, no, they took it off him.
What?
And he was mortified because it caused a big hold up. Because they had to, because of course it goes through and they see the shape of a gun when it goes through the thing. They go, but then because you're not allowed to take even toy guns, they took guns off it.
Why?
And I think it's a child.
For a 6-year-old.
Of a 6-year-old. Of a 6-year-old. A toy gun.
What are they even thinking?
A toy gun. So it's just reached the point where you can't take any liquids through, you can't take any fluids through. And I know people say, oh, well, they can make them. Yes, but hang on a minute. No, hang on a minute. I think. You know when the pendulum has swung just a little bit too far in the opposite direction.
I'm waiting for them to say, sorry, surgery's that way. What do you mean surgery? Well, you're not allowed to take your own kidneys through.
Yeah, honestly, it's ludicrous.
It's coming to that, isn't
Lunacy.
it? It's coming to that.
Lunacy.
It's crazy.
So why do all that if you can then get onto any plane you want?
And unchecked, unabated, and you sit there and fly.
And at no point does anybody say, enjoy your time in Malta. In where? Is Malta in Poland?
Yeah, will be the weather today in Malta is.
Yeah.
You know, the captain.
Can you imagine? He's sat there thinking, they seem to be talking an awful lot about Malta.
Yeah.
Bless him. He's told me that the weather in Malta is going to be.
It must be
a heady 38.
I bet he's from Malta, that pilot.
Yeah.
He knows a lot about Malta.
He knows a lot about Malta.
Yeah.
They do say everybody's got a book in them. Talk about what you know.
Yeah. He knows a lot about Malta. This fella.
He knows an awful lot about Malta. He does. Oh, bless him. He's ever so proud of it. He's told us again.
And you know,
he's told us what the local time is in Malta.
On the screen in front of you, when you watch it.
He's only put a picture of Malta.
It's the map, isn't it? You can see where the plane's going.
Yeah.
And as it's heading off towards Poland and then goes south. just heads off in the wrong direction.
And I know that they have corridors that they have to go in and they can't just fly in they don't go as the crow flies.
That's
they
right.
don't go as the crow flies.
No.
Does seem to be going quite a long way south, though.
It's going south.
Does seem to be heading rather a long way south.
Yeah. I'm beginning to suspect this pilot of some kind of foul play.
Yeah, I wonder if he's been drinking. Excuse me, has this pilot been drinking? No, he's fine. He's fine. Only I've heard these stories. I listened to the two people called the 2 white Muslims, and they keep talking about these pilots that have had a bit of pop. They've had a drink.
One overshot his runway by half a mile.
By 50 miles. 50 miles.
50 miles, yeah.
Another one was 10 times over the legal limit, which you wouldn't think would be possible and live.
Unbelievable.
But no,
crazy.
Got on the wrong plane. So what's the point?
What's the point? Airport security
is the point?
Is now proven to be pointless.
Yes, and it is anyway.
I know.
It is anyway.
I know. My missus, coming back from Rome.
Yes.
Yeah. A load of nuns with their hijabs on came through, sailed through.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, straight through.
On you go. Treated with utmost respect, I'm sure.
On you go. Yeah.
Oh, well, they are a religious figure.
Yeah, absolutely. My missus,
how do you know that?
My missus come through with a hijab on.
Yep.
Yeah, pulled to one side.
Yep.
Into a different room.
Yep.
Yeah, and frisked.
Yes.
Under her hijab. I mean, okay, so the hijab is kind of head-shaped, isn't it? Because it goes on the head.
Yes.
So, if you were going to try and smuggle something under your hijab...
Yeah, to say, it's not a gun, it's a brooch.
I
know it looks like a gun.
It's not an anvil.
It's not...
If we take it to the extreme...
I'm just wearing one of those things that makes it look like you've got an arrow through your head.
Yeah.
I just got one of these things that you put on your finger that make it look like you've got a nail through your finger. I've got one on my head. No, the deedly boppers. The deedly boppers. No, you can pretty much tell, can't you?
You can tell if there's something under there.
They are. They are head.
So why did she have to be frisked under her hijab?
Oh, I could give you the answer, but you
airport
wouldn't
security
like it.
in Rome.
Yes.
That was just insane.
Yep.
Yeah, and the upsetting thing is that she was pulled to one side, and despite all my protestations, Yeah, I wasn't allowed to go into that room.
Really?
Oh, God, no.
Really?
Oh, no.
She had to go in by herself? That's horrible.
Absolutely. I know. She was taken to one side, and frisked in a room on her own, and I wasn't allowed in. Oh, I got really annoyed.
Yes.
I got really annoyed, but, you make a choice, don't you?
Well, true.
I can start kicking up a fuss here.
Yep.
If I want to be delayed, and if I want to be incarcerated.
Yeah, well, they have they just say, oh, well, it's not a problem. Not a problem. You carry on, sir. You carry on. I'll just put my feet up because I'm getting paid while I'm sat here.
That's
Are you getting paid while you're shouting?
No.
Yeah.
So if you want to miss your flight and cause yourself a lot of problem and expense, do so.
Charge more because you've overstayed your...
Yeah.
Miss your hotel and...
Oh, don't know. So, airport security.
Yes.
It's got a lot to answer for.
Laughable.
It's got a lot to answer for. It has just utterly failed.
But it's also gone to a ridiculous level.
But even at the level that it is, it has utterly failed.
Yes.
Utterly failed.
So he got on the wrong
flight.
Oh, well, that was really...
I wonder if he enjoyed Malta. I quite liked it there.
I've never been to Malta.
That's a great place. And do you know, it's one of those places, and I've heard this from so many people, oh, I hate Malta. Well, I loved it.
Really?
Yeah, it's a love-I-hate thing.
Oh, really?
People either love Malta or hate it.
Oh, wow.
No, there's no in between. I loved it.
A lot of history there.
Great. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it was great. Nice people. Yeah, beautiful scenery. Yeah. The coastline is just stunning. Stunning. Take a boat round the coast. Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Amazing.
And I loved it.
Wow.
Loved it there. Very nice hotel.
Yes.
Yeah, very nice.
Yep.
And great. There's nothing to dislike about that.
Yeah.
But I guess that Polish guy wasn't quite.
Not quite so enamoured.
No.
If we're honest.
Because, I mean, had he had some drink before he got on the plane?
Doesn't say that. I mean, I don't know. Because, it could just be language.
You'd understand that, and once again, that will prove the two Muslims right.
It would.
As we always are on this subject, that zero alcohol is the best policy and the only policy to abide by. But it doesn't say that he'd been drinking. It just said that he got to the wrong gate.
He was 75 years old, but that shouldn't make any difference.
No. That should make them even more
absolutely look after
vigilant. That's the safeguarding issue, isn't it? Yeah. Absolutely a safeguarding issue.
It says Loreniuk had no idea of the mistake he had made until he arrived and realised he couldn't get a taxi home from Malta International Airport. So he got off the plane,
oh my goodness,
gone through, done the lot. A staff member who overheard telling him, "I am sorry, sir, but I don't speak Polish." According to the LD passenger's 34-year-old daughter, Ryanair staff had checked his boarding pass when he got onto the plane, but had given no indication of his error.
So Ryanair staff
checked his things, but
knew that he was wrong.
Well, no, they can't. I don't know.
But if they checked his boarding pass, which was for a different flight, they must at that point have known that he was getting on the wrong plane.
So they checked it, but they don't check it. You know, when you just look and you go,
they just look and see if there is a boarding pass, and if that piece of paper that you present looks like a boarding pass, they just signal you on.
That will do. So you just go in with it scrawled on the back of a fag packet, saying, "There you go, that's me."
So all this work that they do at the front end of security, is utterly pointless.
Nonsense.
Utterly pointless.
Nonsense.
Because you can get on the wrong flight and nobody will stop you.
Yes.
Wow. I tell you.
I once went to the wrong airport.
Next time...
I did.
What?
I did. Some of the good lady's family were flying in. And so you've got to... This is back in the day when I had a, what do you call it? The sat-navs. What were the sat-navs called?
You want to go at me for getting on the wrong train?
Yeah, went to the wrong airport.
Went to the wrong airport.
Check this out, though. What do you call them? What do you call them? Sat-nav, the sat-nav that everybody had. Tom-tom.
Tom-toms.
I had a tom-tom. And have you heard of the fat-fingered issue?
No.
Which is what anybody in IT talks about the fat-fingered issue. In other words, it's rarely the computer that's at fault.
Yeah.
It's somebody with fat fingers catching the wrong keys.
Yeah.
Well, I proved to have a fat finger issue. And so the good lady said, right, they're landing in at something like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Manchester Airport, you go and pick them up.
Yep.
Now, given that this is when I had a TomTom, so it's got to be maybe 10 years ago.
Oh, longer.
Long time ago. It was
Longer than that.
Long time ago.
We're talking about 15 years ago for
Yeah,
TomToms.
it might be something like that. So it's a long time ago. So it's like, off you go. So I put in, Manchester, and it must have come up with airport. So I pressed airport, and then just went yes, and set off. And I'm setting off. And I'd been, obviously, because even as a kid, my first flight was when I was 20 or 21. Yeah. But since then, it pretty much always been Manchester. It was either Manchester or completely opposite direction, which is down the way, what do you call it?
East Midlands.
East Midlands. Yep. Manchester, East Midlands.
Yep.
So I've been to Manchester before, and I've been to Manchester and I was driving along, and then eventually I'm thinking, I've never been this way before, but there's still signs for an airport, so that's brilliant. And on we go, and I'm thinking, seems to be taking a little bit longer than anticipated. And then I was pulling into. I think I've never been this way before. Aren't sat navs amazing?
Oh, no.
It's given me a completely different route. That's weird. Why would people from Manchester name their airport after John Lennon?
No, you were in Liverpool. Oh my goodness me.
I was in Liverpool.
Oh my
I was
goodness
in Liverpool.
me.
Which, by all accounts, is not that much further than Manchester.
Well, no, it's not. But
the airport isn't.
It's like the drunk pilot. You overshot.
Yes, I overshot it by a good half hour.
A good half hour.
By a good half hour. But even as I was pulling in, I was thinking, why would? And it shows, why would? Honestly, why would people from Manchester? Why would it? Surely it would be the Sean Ryder.
Unbelievable.
Or the. Why have they called it the John Lennon? And I parked up.
No.
I parked up. Because why would I be wrong? You know what I mean?
You followed your sat nav and
I walked in and it went, John Lennon. Liverpool. Oh, I think I might be at the wrong airport here, love. And it's before mobile phones.
Oh, no.
Or did I have a mobile? I can't remember how this was rectified, but I then had to drive very, very quickly to Manchester.
Oh my goodness!
So to be fair, it's doable.
Yeah,
but not when you're getting on a plane. Surely to goodness.
You know when you go from my house,
yes,
to Glasgow.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a number of different ways of doing that.
Yes.
Isn't there? You could go M6 to M6.
Yep.
Yeah, you can go A1 Scotch Corner.
Yeah.
And then Jedburgh and up.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can do the next one up, which is it the A68 or A69?
Yeah.
Which is just goes along.
Then over and over and over
Yep.
and over. Yeah. Yeah. You can do that.
Yes.
Okay. So imagine you get.
Go on, what did you choose to do?
Well, I chose to do a combination of things. Not intentionally. I just chose. It just happened to be that
God, I
morning.
love this. Honestly, this is much better.
So I was thinking Scotland. I've been to Scotland loads of times.
Yes. It's
I know where
just north.
Scotland is. It's
Just
up.
head
You just go up.
It's all
Just
uphill.
go up and keep going.
All uphill.
If you start going downhill, you've got a problem.
Yes,
Take the wrong
absolutely.
turn. It's all uphill. You just go up
Absolutely.
north and you'll find Scotland. Easy. And
Yep.
Scotland's not that big. It's just that blob on top of England,
It's
isn't it?
not. You wouldn't think it is.
It's
what do you call it?
actually quite massive.
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 Yeah.
It's
just that all the bits where people live in it are quite southerly.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you know, the first time I went to Scotland, I panicked because we passed Carlisle, and up to that point, I thought
We've talked about this.
I thought Carlisle was in Wales.
Of course it is.
Well, sorry, carry on. So you're heading to Glasgow Airport.
Glasgow Airport.
Yes.
I decided to go the A1 route.
Right, which is good.
Yeah.
Yes, good route.
And
Up
you know,
to
as
the
you do,
A66.
I'd got my missus.
Yep.
I'd got the two kids.
Yes.
And I got my sister-in-law.
Oh,
she
brilliant.
came with us on that
Yes.
trip. We were going to Iceland.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So I'd got everybody in the car, got all
Yep.
the bags packed, suitcases packed, get everything packed, and I
Yes.
thought, right, got plenty of time. Gave myself 4.5 hours, which actually is not plenty of time.
No, it's
to be
not.
fair.
I was just thinking that. To Glasgow
But I
is
thought-
about 4 hours, about
I
3
thought,
3/4, 4 hours.
Let's give myself 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to stop on the way, have a
Not
bit
long.
of a breakfast break
Yeah,
on the way,
yeah.
etc., etc. And so I set off.
Yep.
Up the A1, yeah. Sailed past Scotch Corner.
Not a problem.
Without even noticing.
Because now you can turn off at the A69.
Sailed past
So now you're heading to
Edinburgh.
Oh, no.
And I drove to Edinburgh.
Really?
Yep. And then I thought,
when did you realise your mistake?
Oh, kind of
close to Edinburgh.
At a service station up the A1 somewhere. I can't remember. But I kind of asked. How do I get to Glasgow from here? From here? Where have you come from? Like, West Yorkshire. They went, you've missed your turnings, lad. Both of them.
Both of them. Do you know, you had 2 opportunities, love.
You had one job.
You had one. Oh my goodness.
So there I was in Edinburgh. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And I had to get from Edinburgh to Glasgow
in
30 minutes.
Oh, now to be fair,
now
it's only about
15 miles.
Yeah, 15 miles. 15. It looks much longer. No, it's about 20.
No, it's 20
to 25 miles. Let's say
20 some miles.
22
okay,
miles.
22 miles.
We'll
give it 22.
22 miles.
So you just think 22 miles then. I could do this. Put my foot down. Yeah.
But
vroom.
Even because if you were doing, let's say 60, that would still take you 22 minutes.
Yes.
But you have to get up to 60 and then slow down from 60. So that would take you 25 minutes.
Yes. Yes.
And that doesn't give you any time at all to spare.
8:30 a.m. That makes it a bit worse.
Oh, I've done that because I used to stay at the good ladies, my parents-in-law in Glasgow, and work in Edinburgh.
Work in Edinburgh, yeah. So you know that road.
Oh, it's awful.
It's
like
horrible.
a car park.
We got on that road, and I was actually weaving in and out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was weaving. All I needed was some flashing blue lights. Honestly, sadly, I didn't have those. I didn't have those.
No,
but I was weaving in and out. Yeah, we finally got to the airport. Yeah, I abandoned the car.
Yes. Yeah.
Got the cases, just ran into the airport, ran to the check-in desk, and as we were running towards the check-in desk,
was she putting a close sign up?
Last call for passengers, Bashforth. Last call, gate so and so. Yeah, and I went, that's us. Are we too late? No. Get on the flight.
Wow.
Run to that gate.
Oh my goodness.
Run. Your bags will make it to the plane. Your bags will make it to the plane. Get on that plane.
Yeah.
So we were running to that gate with them blaring out the tannoy. Last call for passengers, Bashforth.
Yeah.
We got on the plane. What did everybody do?
Scowled at you.
Tutting.
Yes.
On every
absolutely.
Everyone that we passed. Tutted. Tut, and raised their eyes.
Yeah.
You know, looked,
which, you know, you'd have done the same.
I would have been the first one to do that.
Yeah.
They did that all the way up the plane. We eventually got sat down. The plane started to taxi away, and then stopped. The passengers, the pilot came on the tannoy and said, "I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, there appears to be a problem with the plane.
It's got one too many passengers on it.
We're going to have to deplane you. We're going to have to unpack all the luggage. This plane is not safe to fly.
Oh my!
I do apologise. You'll have to be taken into the departure lounge. You'll have to wait for another plane to come from Iceland to pick you up."
Now, I'm very quickly thinking this through. You might have saved that plane.
Yes.
In effect, because you delayed it.
Yes.
Just long enough for them to notice that it was not airworthy. Yep. Is that how the other passengers saw it?
No. That plane's fault was my fault.
Oh no!
I caused that plane.
If you'd have been it, we'd have been up in the air by now.
We'd have been halfway there by now.
It's a plane that's not airworthy.
I know.
Don't see it like that though, do they?
No, it was all my fault.
Oh.
Terrible. Terrible. Now, to make matters worse, my child number 2 was just under 18 months.
Right.
Yeah, she was still having bottles.
Yeah.
And, etc., etc. We packed all of those in the hold.
Oh, because you were flying
you
straight
ready
away.
mixed cartons of baby milk.
I do.
We took loads of those.
Yeah.
Packed them in the hold because we thought, well, we've got enough for the journey up.
2-hour flight.
It was actually only an hour or so.
Is it? Right, yeah.
Hour and a half flight, yeah. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. Don't you worry about it, love. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
What could possibly go wrong?
We were in that airport for 6 hours.
Oh.
Yeah. And all of the other passengers were drilling into us with their eyes for 6 hours because it was all our fault.
Yes.
So, when you're setting off to an airport, yeah, it's like a bit like you've got to do your research.
Yep.
You've got to do your due diligence on your route, your journey, the timings, etc. Get it right.
Be very careful when you type it into your sat nav.
Right. Be careful.
Very careful.
To press the right button on your sat nav.
Yes.
And if you feel that you're kind of going off in the wrong direction,
check it.
Check it.
Yes.
Check your destination on your sat nav. Also, check your destination. Yeah. Check where you're going.
Yep.
Because the time we were going to Istanbul, which is in Turkey.
Yep.
How hot is Turkey?
Turkey, boiling.
Yeah, boiling.
40s, high 40s, mid 40s.
Okay, so how about in January?
Mid 30s.
30?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I had this in mind. I was thinking, Turkey's always hot. Going to Istanbul, which is in Turkey.
Right.
Clearly is.
Yeah.
So shorts, t-shirts, the stuff packed. Yeah. The internet was in its very early stages at that point. Yeah. And I had a 2 gig computer, which was massive in its day.
But at the time,
2 gig. And now I checked the internet, which was a dial-up. So it was a dial-up, absolutely, all those weird noises. Dial-up connection. And I checked on the internet, temperature, weather in Istanbul for the following day. I was thinking,
will we need a jumper? Just to see if we'll need a light
What shall we wear for the flight?
Yes. Because you want it for when we land.
Do you know what the weather was?
Raining. I don't know.
-6, snowing.
What?
Yeah. I thought we need to rethink our packing, love.
Oh my goodness.
-6 and snowing. I was going to turn up in shorts.
Oh, well, I would have.
Turkey. It's always hot.
Oh,
no. When you look on a map at Istanbul, it's the same latitude as Moscow.
Oh, wow.
It is.
Oh, my goodness.
And it didn't spoil the holiday.
No, because you knew it would have done.
Brilliant place.
It would have done.
Staggering place. Oh, it would just cost us a load more money.
Yeah.
We had to buy clothes when we got there.
Yes.
But, alhamdulillah. So, do your due diligence on where you're going and where you're going from and how long it's going to take you. And make sure you don't get on the wrong plane.
Wrong plane.
Make sure if you're going by train, don't get on the wrong train.
Don't type. Be careful when you type your thing into your sat nav.
So this Polish fella that ended up instead of in Poland, he ended up
and he didn't know till he got out to
and he had no idea.
And none of the taxi drivers spoke Polish. And he's thinking, oh, not only was the pilot enamoured with Malta, all of these taxi drivers, they only seem to speak Maltese.
And why is it so hot?
Why is it warm?
Why have I still got my fur hat on?
Yes. Oh, bless him. 75 you are.
75. Do you know what? As segments go, we've kind of overshot on this one.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so we better stop because contractually
we need to do a bit of this.
We have to do this
right
now.
Yes, we do.